The first half of 2025 has been marked by turmoil and uncertainty in higher education. Caught in the midst of it all, technology leaders are faced with tough decisions about resource allocations, new technology procurements, staff development and team management, project planning, and alignment with shifting institutional cultures, priorities, and values. The 2025 Technology Workforce Report explores the current attitudes and experiences of technology leaders tasked with boldly guiding digital strategies and building the technology infrastructures of their institutions. In this report, we look at their perspectives in 6 key topics: flexible work arrangements, impacts of technology on work, workload and staffing, staff turnover, mental health and well-being, and professional development. COVID-era workplace flexibility persists. Most respondents said they use hybrid work, with over half also having flexible hours and remote options. When asked what they would like to have access to but isn't currently offered, many expressed a desire for a compressed 4-day workweek. Respondents made it clear the benefits of flexible work outweigh the downsides. Technology, workplace friend and foe. Workplace productivity tech can serve as both a help and a hindrance. Every respondent said it has made their job performance worse in at least one way. However, it's no surprise that most people said collaboration and video conferencing tools have had the biggest positive impact on their work, especially for remote and flexible work. So, what can be done to improve the impact of tech on leaders' work? When asked how their institution could help maximize the positive impact of tech on their work, respondents shared a few ideas. Listen to the people who will actually use the tech. Clearly communicate what's being rolled out, when, and why. New tech needs staff who can support users. Most respondents want more and better training to help them use new tools. Institutions use lots of different tools inconsistently, causing clutter and fatigue. Cut duplicate systems and standardize tools for staff use. Technology leaders are overworked. In our 2024 report, 70% of technology leaders reported having somewhat or very excessive workloads. This year, that number increased to 75%. For many technology leaders, excessive workloads can at least partly be explained by widespread staffing shortages across higher education and an inability to hire and retain the staff needed to support important services and functions. When asked about steps to address staffing shortages, 38% said their institution hasn't taken any. So what do they need? As one respondent put it, increase staffing or reduce the number of projects to something reasonable. Technology leader turnover is uncertain, but it could be high. With the heavy workloads and staffing shortages, you'd expect tech leaders to be leaving in large numbers. Actually, only half of tech leaders may apply for new jobs this year, risking major leadership shakeups at many institutions. Overworked leaders are more likely to look for new jobs. Staffing levels and workloads play a big role in this. Tech teams aren't future-proofed. Most tech leaders say their departments don't have a plan for managing workforce changes like turnover or role shifts. These findings paint a picture of overworked technology teams with a risk of high leadership turnover, no formal plans in place for navigating that turnover, and limited efforts to build and strengthen their leadership pipelines for the future. Workplace well-being is okay, but workloads and staffing matter. The top factors affecting mental health and well-being, both good and bad, were support from leadership or supervisors, work-life balance, and burnout or emotional exhaustion. But technology leaders don't necessarily need the mental health and well-being support their institutions are offering. They're aware of resources like therapy services and employee assistance programs, but they don't use them, with 44% rating the impact of these efforts as merely neutral. A picture emerges of institutional acknowledgement of the importance of the mental health and well-being of their staff, paired with offerings of an array of mental health solutions that, though well-intentioned, ultimately do little to address the simple fact that the work itself is diminishing staff well-being. As one respondent put it, It's not enough to simply state that we value our employees and support them. We need to take concrete steps to reduce their workload. When there aren't enough staff members to handle the volume of work, we should prioritize tasks for them so they don't feel like they've failed. AI is a clear priority for professional development. Institutions are equipping for the risks, but not necessarily the opportunities with AI. Opportunities such as supporting faculty in leveraging AI tools for research and academic initiatives, supporting AI applications in teaching and learning environments, and using AI to enhance student services and personalized learning. The fast adoption of AI by students, staff, and faculty, plus evolving risks and limited resources, is pushing tech leaders and staff to stay reactive and focus on building skills. The present moment feels like an inflection point for technology leadership in higher education. Opportunities for the strategic influence of technology leaders have perhaps never been more apparent and more promising. On the other hand, technology leaders have perhaps never felt more undersupported and overwhelmed. So, what can we recommend to help? Let's declutter our technologies. Individuals and institutions should cut redundancies, simplify their tools, and create calmer tech environments to reduce fatigue. We need to support our people. When workloads are heavy and staffing is light, current mental health programs don't cut it. What really helps is easing the load and improving work-life balance. Now is the time to prepare for the future. It's hard to think about the future when everything around us today is on fire. But think about the future we must if we want to have any hope of being prepared to meet it. Explore the full 2025 Technology Workforce Report for more insights.